Hi everybody. In this question here, we're given the graph of the function y equals f of x, and now we're supposed to determine these pieces from that function here. This is kind of a nice question here because it's a nice way to end this review package really, if this ends up being the last question. The reason being is because it's a good link between the function and the graph here. Remember, the independent variable is along the x-axis, the dependent variable is along the y-axis here, okay? So, and inside my function notation, this is the independent variable. So what I do, this question here says, I know what the independent variable, what is f of negative 4, that becomes the dependent variable. So I know the x is negative 4, so that's right here. And the question is asking, what's the corresponding y coordinate? So go to negative 4, and then let's look at the graph. I got to go up to it and over, and that y coordinate there, the dependent variable, is positive 2. Do the same thing down here. F of 3. Now remember, what's inside function notation, what's inside the parentheses, that is the independent variable. That's the x. So x is equal to 3. Well, let's take a quick look here. Here's 3. So let's look. Where do I got to go to get the function? I got to go up. And if I go over, I can see that the y coordinate when x is equal to 3 is 4. So the answer here is going to be 4. Now, let's find x when f of x is equal to 4. Now this could be a little bit more complicated because remember the way a function is defined, okay? A function only stipulates that there's a single y coordinate for every x coordinate. But it doesn't necessarily work the other way. There could be a whole bunch of different x coordinates that give you the same y coordinate. So although I do expect just a single answers for these questions, for this question right here, there might be more than one. And when I take a quick look up here, remember, this is the whole thing here is the dependent variable. That makes it y on the y-axis. When I go along here at 4, I'm hitting the function there and there. And so I'm seeing that x could be 3. And now that makes sense because I just did that up here. But it could also be 5. Okay, there are two possibilities, either this x coordinate right here or this one right here that give me the exact same value. So it's just something to consider as you're working through this.